the amazing story of a whole company that learned Hebrew super quickly. How did they do that? And a Hebrew lesson. So hi, my name is Noah, I live in Tel Aviv and I teach Hebrew. And today we're going to learn about family members, how to say them, and also possessiveness, shayachut. How to say mine, yours, his, all this. But before I get to the lesson, I want to tell you a story, and I advise not skipping over the story because in the story is actually a technique how to learn Hebrew or any other language, by the way, very well. And I do it with my students. I teach also through theater, and it works amazingly. So here's the story, and it's a truth story. Starting when the 90s started, there was a whole company from Russia that came to Israel, a whole ensemble of actors and one director, a very good director. And they came from Russia. They didn't know how to speak Hebrew at all, and they established their theater here in Israel. It's called Teatron Gesher, the Bridge Theater. And they decided that they want to do their plays in Hebrew because most people in Israel, they speak Hebrew, not Russian. So they wanted to have their shows, their plays in Hebrew, although they actually didn't know how to speak Hebrew at all. But actors, so they took the lines, they learned it, they learned how to pronounce everything, how to say it. They learn it by heart, by doing it over and over again, by understanding why I'm saying what I'm saying, what is my obstacle, what is my motivation, my goal, all of this. And soon enough, actually very quickly, they knew how to speak Hebrew. They were interviewed everywhere and they started playing and acting in different places, different theaters, the cinema, television, no problem at all. The director, however, didn't have to learn the lines because they're not saying the lines. And so the director passed away a few years ago, was an amazing director, very good. But till the day he died, he didn't speak Hebrew. He directed everyone in English and Russian. So I think when we understand what these actors did, first they had context. They didn't just learn random vocabulary or a list of vocabulary. Yeah, you can learn a list, just like I'm going to teach you now, but then you have to use it in context immediately. And that's what you'll also have in this video, and you can download the PDF that I love creating for you guys to really work with what I teach and not just to have another YouTube video that you kind of see and forget. Actually work with it and retain the information and be able to use it. That's what we want to do with language. So they had context. They had something that is interesting, a dialogue that you do with a fellow partner. This is fun, but you can also do it yourself, no worries. And then they had an emotional weight. Why am I saying this sentence? What is my motivation? Actors think about their action, the obstacle to get what I want, and then what I do to get it. So there's a whole spiel, I don't know how to say it in English, there's a whole deal behind everything that we say. So what it does, not only that we'll learn the language and retain the information just by doing it over and over again, but really kind of internalize it, and there's an emotional weight suddenly to the words, because otherwise when we learn something new, a new language, even if we remember how to say the words, it's foreign to us. It doesn't resonate, right? Say I love you in a different language doesn't feel like saying I love you in your own mother tongue. It resonates differently. Words have emotional weight. When I say Ima, Mom, Abba, Dad, what does it mean for me? When I say it in English, it means less. For me today, no, not because I use English a lot, but when we just learn a language, then it's a bunch of random sounds that we can connect and remember, but they don't resonate. If they don't resonate, then yeah, we can speak, but it's hard for us to shine, to show our personality, to be funny, to be interesting, to be charismatic, to be sensitive, to be whatever, because it's just blah, 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 that maybe we remember how to connect, maybe we don't even remember that, but it doesn't resonate. So this gives us the ability to show who we are, to let our personality to shine, and then just by having that, we gain confidence because we feel comfortable to speak this language. So many things are great here in this technique. This is exactly what we're going to do. I'm going to teach you family members and possessiveness, but more importantly, you can download the PDF and have a dialogue scripted in Hebrew, phonetically, and then translated to English. For those of you who still don't know how to read Hebrew or just starting off. And you'll also have a recording, a voice audio recording that you can listen to how it sounds like when a native says it, and try to imitate the vibe, the music, the rhythm of how we speak. Also, try to connect to when you say a word, what this word means for you. When you say something in Hebrew, maybe you say mom, ima. What ima means in Hebrew for you. Try to connect the word with your story. This is a whole and complete way to really be fluent and proficient in a second language. Okay, so let's get to the lesson immediately. Okay, so family members. Ima, ima, Abba. Abba, that's the first word every kid in Israel says because it's the easiest. Abba. 2 first letters of the alphabet. Aleph, bet, Aleph. Abba. Ach, brother. Ach. Achot. Achot. For plural brothers is achim. And if we have one brother and one sister, we still use the plural male. That's the rule in Hebrew. The male form, if you have one male and a lot of females, it's still the male form. I know it's not politically correct, but this is Hebrew. It's very ancient, so bear with it. Achim. For sisters, achayot. Achayot. For niece, achyanit. Comes from ach, brother and sister, achyanit. Nephew, achyan. Grandfather, saba. Sounds like Abba, saba. Grandma, savta. Savta. Gisa. Brother-in-law, gis. Grandkids, nechadim. So granddaughter is nechda, nechda. And grandson is neched. Plural for male, nechadim. Plural for female, nechadot. And if we have one grandson and one granddaughter, or 2 granddaughters and 1 grandson, doesn't matter, it's still the plural male, nechadim. Dod, plural dodim. Doda, plural female, dodot. Bnei dodim, cousins. So for male is ben dod. Plural male is bnei dodim, bat doda. Bnot dodot. Lastly, how the couple calls the other person's, the in-laws, okay? So if I'm the bride, if I'm the woman, I am a woman, then I will call my spouse mother chamot, and his father cham, just like warm. But he has another different name for my parents. My spouse will call my parents, because he's a guy, he'll call them choten, for my father, choten, and for my mother, chotenet. His parents will call me hakala, kala, which kala is interesting because kala is the bride of the groom on their wedding day. So on the wedding day, kala ve chatan. But after the wedding day, the kala becomes the kala of his parents. Okay? So his parents will call the woman, me, kala. And my parents will call him chatan. And now let's go to possessiveness. Okay, so shel is of something. Let's say ze habayit shel Beyonce. This is Beyonce's house, right? This is how the shell word is the possessiveness. It's of someone or something. But how do I say mine? So mine is sheli. Sheli. Let's say I want to say this is my mother. I say zo ima sheli. And you can say it's different than English, because in English you say it's my first and then mother. You first say the possessiveness, my, and then you say mother. But in Hebrew it's the other way around. First I will say what's mine, and then I will say it's mine. Okay, so first I will say ima, mom, and then I will say my. Ima sheli, not sheli ima. In English, if I have to translate it, let me think. This is mother mine. Yeah, so this is how we say it. Zo ima sheli. So sheli is mine. Shelanu. Shelcha. Shelach. Shelachem. Shelachen. Shelo. Shela. Shelahem. Shelahen. I know that in Hebrew we have more ways, right? Let's say when I want to say just theirs, suddenly it's not just one way, or yours. Suddenly we have for female and for male and for plural and for singular. I know it's a bit confusing if you're just starting, but the pattern pretty much repeats itself when we'll get to other things like with you, next to you, to you, about you, and all of those kind of things. So once you learn one or two of those, you kind of get the idea. So my recommendation, obviously, if you've seen my other videos, download the PDF, work with what you've learned, and you will retain it and be able to use it. That simple. If you like this video, please hit the like button, share it, comment here on the comments to help me reach more and more people who want to learn this beautiful, amazing, ancient, mysterious, even holy language. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.